everyone. Happy new month. I wish everyone out there a great month. You are once again welcome to Life Essential Talk on Radio Maria, the voice of truth. I am Uche Chukwuma, and with me as usual is Clare Ohunayo.
Good evening, listeners.
Okay, last week was fantastic. We had very interesting talk with intriguing guests. I hope you listened and took significant messages from those topics. Well, today we're going to talk about mistakes women make in marriage. Sounds exciting, right? So keep your ears open for this very interesting talk. We have a guest today who will tell us all we need to know. Meanwhile, stay with us as we go for a break to return shortly. Welcome back to Life Essential Talk on Radio Maria 91.3 FM. Now it's time to introduce our very beautiful guest, Mrs. Chinonso Okafor. She is a well-experienced journalist and has been successfully married for over 20 years. She has 5 lovely children. Mrs. Chinonso Okafor, you are very much welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's get down to business. Now, our conversation for today, mistakes women make in marriage. Now, when we say this, what does that mean?
Mistakes women make in marriage. There are a lot of mistakes women make in marriage, but first of all, we have to know what's the meaning of marriage and what's the meaning of mistake for us to be able to put them together.
Yes.
First, marriage is a union of 2 or more people that creates a family ties and carries legal, social, or religious rights and responsibilities. So for you to say you are married or call that you're a married man or woman, you have to pass through this socially, legally, religiously. So be it Muslim, traditional, or Christian way.
Okay.
Then marriage is also a union of only 2 people to the exclusion of all others. That is husband and wife. That's why the Holy Book told us that a man shall therefore leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. That is you, the man and the woman, not you and your family. Not you and your siblings,
children.
Not you and your children, not you and your friends. That's what marriage stands for.
Yes.
So marriage is just a joining of 2 parts. It didn't say a joining of 10 parts
Exactly.
to be together. Just one, the man and the woman. Then when we say mistake means to misunderstand someone, to understand wrongly, taking one thing or a person for another, to commit an unintentional error,
Okay.
and to do or think something wrongly, or to take or choose wrongly.
Yes.
So the mistake we make sometimes, maybe that you choose the wrong man or woman wrongly. So when you say mistakes, mistake is either by omission or commission.
Okay.
So if it's by omission, it means unknowingly the act of neglecting to perform an action one has the obligation to do, or things we fail to perform. That is omission. It can be the good things that you have not done but you're supposed to do. So it can also mean things we take no notice of, things you disregard, things you pass, things you turn your blind eye on, or to leave or exclude. So these are the omissions.
Okay.
Why the commission is knowingly something the act of committing
Okay.
deliberately. You understand? The hurtful things that we have done deliberately, the act of committing, be it a crime or infidelity or whatever in your marriage. That is what commission means.
Okay.
So when you put this together, that means either of them, you must have made that mistake, which leads up to mistakes women make in their marriages.
Wow. Thank you for giving us that standard definition, we can now really understand what it means when we say mistakes women make in marriage. So now let's go to the very interesting part, which is, what are those mistakes women make in marriage?
There are various mistakes that women do make in their marriages. And one thing is that when things tends to go wrong, they always blame it on the woman. Even when your child misbehaves, you say, look at him or her. He or she is not well behaved because your mother did not train you well. So yes, sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we don't. But anyhow, there are some mistakes that we do make, and some of them are like, one, lack of knowledge.
Okay.
Knowledge. It says that people perish because of lack of knowledge. Some people delve into marriage without knowing the knowledge or knowing what marriage is all about. Some people, like in the olden days, before you get married, you are somehow being domesticated by your parents, especially the mothers. We have like the family rooms where a woman is being taught how to take care of your husband, your home, to make things smooth, to achieve or have a happy home. That is knowing, that is the knowledge. But these days, many women, they lack that knowledge. They just delve into marriage, maybe because your friend got married, or because you are being forced to, or you have no option, one thing or the other, they just to get married, not knowing the meaning of marriage.
Yes.
That is it. And you know that when you have the knowledge of marriage, you'll be able to love your husband. That's why they say love is light that surely glows in the heart of those who know. So if you don't know about marriage, you don't know it even if you're married. That is one of it. Then the second one is not knowing how to ask for something from your husband in marriage. That's some women lack that. You feel that, he's my husband, he's supposed to know what I need or what I want. It's not done that way. Learn how to ask. It says, ask and it shall be given. You don't expect him to know that this is what you need. And the tone in which you ask matters.
It matters a lot, yes.
Don't just open your hand that you have to give me this and that. No, ask in a respectful way, and it shall be given, and you get it. So that's one of the things that one of the mistakes that we make in marriage.
Okay.
Then another thing is misplacement of priority. What are you asking for? Are you asking for mundane things? Are you asking for ephemeral things? Are you asking for irrelevant things? It depends on what you ask for. Did you ask for something that will uplift the family? Something that will help the family move forward? Or just asking for the sake of it? For example, you know that maybe there is no money, or that you have little money just for the school fees of the children, and you want to do a shipping of 100,000. It's misplacement of priority. Ask for what, maybe for the children food, you know that is really important in the family. It's not that it's not good to ask for other things, but don't misplace your priority. It matters most. Just like someone said that Elisha asked for double portion, and he followed Elijah all through and was able to get that double portion. But Gehazi did not. So instead of Gehazi to ask for triple portion, what he did was to go and collect gift from which the master said that they should go free. So he misplaced his priority. That was why he did not make anything. And if you listen, you will see that Elisha performed more miracle than Elijah because of that double portion. So in life, don't misplace your priority. You can ask for, maybe if you want to further for your education, or if you want to do something better, that is the right thing, but don't misplace it. So
Okay, in other words, we should focus on the most important things,
most important
and not
things.
relevant things, and not irrelevant things.
Yes, you have to check very well before you ask for it. Then another is lack of patience. You that married today, You want to have everything overnight. It's not possible. They said a patient dog is the fattest bone. If you're in a hurry, it doesn't work that way. So when you are patient with the man, you get it. Somebody that married, like when I married my husband, let's say he was in level 9 or level 8, you don't expect him to perform what miracle of what a director will do. That is where women fail. Check what he has and be patient with him. Just because you see someone that moved to this, you want to do that exactly like that one. Do you know the person's source of income? Do you know what they have?
And do you know how it is in the family?
And do you know how it is in the family?
Yes. You still want to have...
You want to have what he has. It's not done that way. Be patient, because a patient dog eats the fattest bone.
Okay, so let's take a short break now, and when we return, we'll continue with this exciting talk with Mrs. Okafor. Don't touch that dial. Oh, welcome back to Radio Maria 91.3 FM. We're still on Life Essential Talk, discussing mistakes women make in marriage, mistakes wives make, with Mrs. Chinonso Okafor. Well, I have this question to ask Mrs. Okafor. Giving the children first place, in your marriage, is it also a mistake?
Yes, it is a mistake.
Okay.
Because marriage is the union of two, you and your spouse first.
Okay.
Not that you will not give them, but give your husband first. Like when we are growing up, my father has a special plate.
Okay.
You dare not touch that plate. He has his own cup. That is specially for him. You dare not use it.
You dare not use it, yes.
Even when my mom is dishing out food, first of all, they'll put the man's own first. Even if he's not around, keep it by the side before you give the children. Because he's the breadwinner. So that you have the strength to provide for the family. So that you will feel good to work harder.
Yes, which is very
because
important.
Without such, when you place your children first, remember that your children, they will get married someday. Yes. And they will leave you.
And they will leave
your
you
husband.
and your husband.
So how are you going to continue your life? Yes. Giving the children first is a great mistake.
Okay. All right, so let's hear more of these mistakes.
Okay. Another mistake women tend to do is always keeping scores.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
That you and your husband quarreled, you always bear it in mind. At a time, even the woman become a historian. In 1809, you did this to me. In this, and you did that. Who does that?
Oh, we can do that. We really can do that.
If that has gone, let it be bygone. Especially if the man has asked for forgiveness. Why can't you forgive him and move on? So that's another problem we have. Trying to remind the man of his mistakes or whatever he has done in the past. It's a great mistake. It's not good. Allow him to live his life. Allow him to flex. Allow him to feel free. Please, we should stop being historians that we don't even know.
Okay.
And then fighting unnecessary battles.
Okay.
Some battles are not worth fighting for. Some things you let it go. Every small thing you must pick quarrel. You must fight over it. You will not allow the man to rest. Today you must hear it. I mean, say at the end of the day, when you want to make your statement,
He won't listen.
He won't listen to you.
He won't listen.
Yes, you quarrel, you fight, but pick the right ones, not everything. So that the day you react, the day you act, the man will listen. He will feel like, wow, this one that my wife
is talking
that
like
means
this.
something is wrong somewhere.
Exactly.
And you tend to change
And take it serious.
and take it serious.
Yes.
And the worst of it all is infidelity. Do you know that research has it that in Nigeria, especially married women, 65%
Wow.
of them are unfaithful to their husband, and that kills a man. Infidelity.
Wow.
And what causes that? I did my own research. I discovered that the women that does that, what I say is inferiority complex. Sometimes it's not all about money, though partially money. Because when it comes to money, because you have it, I want to be like you, and my husband cannot afford it. Because of that, they start to look elsewhere, which is not good.
And some women give excuses that their husbands are always very busy. You hear such excuses. Their husbands are not always there for them. So that is why they went into something like this.
Then make a time to be with him, or even find a way to cajole him to get his attention. You know the way you were able to convince him maybe 100 years ago that he married you. Try and dress hot. Try and look that way so that he will have time for you. That's one thing. And infidelity really is not good for the men. It makes the man feel so inferior. And you know one thing, there's an adage that says that the legs that walk, however, that the eyes that sees it.
Yes.
So you feel, the woman may feel that she's sharp, she's there. People are seeing
you.
They're hearing it. It will affect your husband, because anytime your husband wants to talk, go and sit down. They will tell the man your life history. And at the end of the day, they're making the man feel inferior. And before you can, some even men will even leave the wife. That is why you see some people, they'll go and live elsewhere, so that they'll have a life of their own. And then the wife stay on her own with the kids or on her own.
Okay.
It kills the men. It's not good at all.
Okay.
Then another problem that we tend to have is we don't think before we speak. Maybe because of minor something that the man did, you act irrationally. You open your mouth and even say things
That you're not supposed
that you're
to
not
say.
supposed to say. Sometimes you even say obscene words to the man, which is not good. Then tomorrow you say that the man is always running away from the home. No man likes to stay with a nagging woman. No man wants to stay in an unfavorable condition. You want to have your peace. And when you're at home, the woman will talk, will not allow you to rest. Do you expect the man to come back on time next day? That's why you see some of them.
They'll stay back
in beer parlors or stay back in their office, even when they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
They decided to be in their office. So
because
that
of their wives.
when they will come back, you and your children will be sleeping. They're just
quietly going.
That's it. Then not complimenting your husband.
Then I want to ask this question. Not making efforts to look good. Is it also a mistake? The women not making efforts to look good.
Before you met that man, you were dressing to kill. You were looking good. You dress neatly. But because you're married, you allow yourself to be unkept. Sometimes you see the women, their hair will look disheveled,
untidy,
which is wrong. Even their clothes, a man will leave you at home. Maybe for those that stays at home, you'll be in your pajamas, a nightwear, and when the man left, you still be on that when the man comes back. I mean, it's so irritating. Try and look good. Package yourself. And you know one thing, to package yourself does not cost a lot.
At all.
Just with small chicken money, according to somebody, you look good. It's not a matter of how much or whatever. And they said, cleanliness is next to godliness. So cleanliness is also next to your husband. So when you look shabby, when you look so unkempt, dirty, it drives the man away. So you start looking for people that look like you 100 years ago. So why can't you dress well? Why can't you, especially women, we feel that, since I'm married, I have children, what am I dressing for, this and that. And at the end of the day, you are driving the man to those out there. And tomorrow you say somebody has taken away your husband, because those things that the man sees in you is no longer
No
sweet.
longer there. You now
So-
take your husband for granted.
Try and package yourself. Packaging matters in advertising. So packaging matters in your marriage. Try and package yourself very well.
Okay.
Then one of the mistakes we make is not complimenting our spouse. When a man does something good, feed your family, take care of your family, appreciate him. There are many ways of appreciating a man. If you can't even afford to buy him something, can't you even tell him good words?
Yes.
Or like some people do, Isha. You can call him your crown,
Mm-hmm.
your king, your sweetheart. You know that even me, I have to go and learn some languages. Like in Idoma, you can say, Abolum, the one that owns me. Then while in Yoruba, you can say, Ayomi, my joy. No matter your tribe, you have something that you can call your husband that will make him feel on top of the world. That even make him dip his hand deep inside his pocket and give you whatever you want.
Exactly.
You can even call your husband Obim, my heart. Onome, mine. Do you understand?
Yes.
You can even tell him how much you love him.
Yes.
Pet him. Treat him like a child. Forget the men.
They
Pets,
love it.
They love
They
it.
love it. There's something I normally do. I will write something on a piece of paper, write lovely words,
Mm.
and put it in his briefcase, where I know he will open and see, or in his maybe work cloth. I'll just put it in the shirt pocket. I know that he will definitely dip his hand there to pick something, and he'll get out that paper. Or I can even put it in his shoe, as he wants to wear his shoe. He'll feel something, bring it out. And you have to put it in such a way that he doesn't throw it away. So those are ways you can show appreciation.
But-
Petty ways
But
that
you
you can show appreciation.
yes, but you know how I do mine?
Okay.
By singing.
Oh,
What I do is like there's this Don Williams
that means
song.
you have a lovely voice then.
Not only that, even if you don't know how to sing, try. What matters is the lyrics.
Okay.
Like there's this song by Don Williams which says, I've been loved by the best.
Hmm.
Anytime my husband does something good, or even I feel good, when I remember whatever that he must have done, I'll sing it for him. So let me just sing it for you.
Oh,
too.
please do.
I've been loved by the best.
Oh,
I can settle now for less.
yes.
Why bother with the rest?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I've been to the top, I guess. With you, I've been blessed.
Yes.
I won't take nothing less.
We need to play
I've
this song.
been
We need to play this song.
blessed.
What's the name again?
That is Don Williams.
What's the title?
I've been loved by the best.
We need to play it.
So
We need to
try-
play this
trying
song.
to tell him that he's the best man for me in the world.
Oh.
Is what you name your dog that he will answer. That's where women make mistake.
Yes.
That you sing this or do that for your husband means you cherish him, means you love him, and it will make him to go, when I mean far for you. And you know one thing people don't know, when you do all these things, that's why you see some people that women that are in good terms with their husband, people say they're using jazz.
Jazz.
You are using one juju from your village. It's not that, because you respect the man, you compliment him when he does things good.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, let's take a short break now and return shortly for more of this exciting talk with Mrs. Okafor. Don't go anywhere. Okay, welcome back to Life Essential Talk on Radio Maria 91.3 FM. Still discussing mistakes women make in marriage with Mrs. Chinonso Okafor. Well, the phone line is opened now. Call us on 081 084 475 18. Again, 081 084 475 18. You can send SMS or messages via WhatsApp. Let's hear your contributions. Let's get your questions. All right, Mrs. Okafor, let's hear more of those mistakes wives make.
Okay, before we went to a break, we are still talking about complimenting the spouse.
Yes.
In complimenting the spouse, even if you can't sing, there are other things you can tell him. Like me, I listen to songs just to get the lyrics.
Okay, hold on to your thought. There's a caller on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello. What's your name? Hello. Hello.
It's a wrong number.
Okay, this is a wrong number. All right, so let's hear you.
Okay, I listen to songs just to get the lyrics.
Okay.
Because from there you'll be able to know what to tell your husband.
Okay.
And even you learn from those that had the experience. So you know how to keep your marriage. Learn to tell the man tender words.
Okay,
about
please just hold
sweet.
on. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, this is the wrong number. The same person. Okay. All right. So let's continue.
So as I was saying, you have to learn to tell the man words about tender and so sweet, because it makes him work harder. And you know, when you know that somebody somewhere loves you, there's nothing that will not do for that person.
Yes.
So we should learn it. Every woman, no matter how bitter you are, no matter what, it helps a lot.
Okay.
Then sometimes we women, because the man did something, so you will not forgive him. Not having that mind of forgiveness, it does not help.
Does not help at all.
At all. You think that you're punishing the man, you're also punishing yourself.
Yes. You feel so bitter.
All every time. So why can't you forgive and move on? And there's something we tend to forget. That even you will one day commit that same offense. So how do you expect the man
To forgive you.
forgive you? So if you forgive him today, next time he will be able to forgive you. It matters most. And then learn how to say the magic words. You know, that time is sometimes they say there are 5 magic words. There are 5 magic words that I know. Please excuse me, sorry, thank you. Pardon me and all those things.
Okay.
Those things are like healing balm. It helps a lot. So if you don't know how to say these 5 magic words, you've not started.
Let's get the magic words again.
The magic words are please,
Okay.
excuse me,
Okay.
sorry,
Okay.
thank you, and pardon me.
Okay, we use them in marriage too.
Of course. Is your husband not a human being? When somebody does something outside for you, say sorry, but you don't know how to say sorry to your husband. You will not go a long way if you don't know these 5 magic words.
Okay.
It helps a lot. Then, women, sometimes because we're married, we tend not to have our own life. We always dedicate our life, our time, everything to our husband and to our children. What about yourself? What about achieving your goals and your dreams? Because we're supposed to dream dreams. Because you are married, you forget to further your education.
Yes.
Even if you can't afford it, learn something, a craft,
Skill.
a skill,
position, yeah.
so that update yourself. Like when we were talking about changing a man, it reminded me of 2001, 2000, when we were having our marriage class. There was something our instructor or
Okay.
counselor, marriage counselor, told us that he said, if a man was 30 years and you married a man, it will take you another 30 years for you to change him. So don't think that maybe you married a man, you can change him overnight. It's not possible. That's the mistake men used to make. You see a drunkard, a drug addict, or one thing or the other, and you feel that if you marry, you change him overnight, it's not possible. It will take time. Or even a wife beater, that is somebody that beats the girlfriend or whatever.
Yes.
So you feel that if he marries you,
He will
it will
change.
take
He
you
might
time.
not even change.
You might not even change. So it's important that you learn how to be patient with him. So you have to allow him for another 30 years for him to change.
Okay. All right.
It's
So
my
let's
son.
remind our listeners of the number to call: 081 084 47518. Again, 081 084 47518. You can send SMS, you can send your message via WhatsApp. Let's hear your contribution. Let's get your questions. All right, so let's continue.
Okay, one of the things that Mrs. Uche mentioned was like starving your spouse of that intimacy that he needs of the sex. There's one thing I saw that time, it says that starving the man of his rights or his intimacy rights is the national headquarters of domestic violence. So we feel that we are the only ones being violated all the time. So when you deny the man his right, you are violated. It's a part of violence.
Okay.
So, just like she said, if you deny him, look elsewhere, and to bring him back is wahala. And sometimes we women, we tend to excuse ourselves that you're tired and that you this that, or because people quarrel, you tend to use one thing or the other. It doesn't work that way. He says he's right, but even sometimes you might be tired, but
Yes.
not always.
Yes.
Then not being contented with what you have,
Okay.
maybe your husband or what you have. That is one of the things that pushes women to commit infidelity,
To be faithful.
to be unfaithful.
Yes.
Be contented with what you have. There's this book that we read while we were in secondary school, that was 1991, 92. Is The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born, written by a Ghanaian Ikwama.
Okay.
That is what really helped me to shape my life.
Really?
Yes, there's this quote. It says that those who are blessed with the swelling stiffness of ego and have flown before, let them go. I'll journey slowly, and I too will arrive.
Say that again.
Those who are blessed with the swelling stiffness of ego and have flown before, let them go.
Okay.
I will journey slowly, and I too will arrive. So what
that's
it
a
means,
nice
the
one.
man is called a nameless man. That is, some people are trying to showcase what they have, trying to show their friends, all those things to make him feel inferior, to intimidate him. And that man that did that thing was a man that cannot even write his or her name when they were in secondary school. Why he, the people that used to confess. So because he was able to know the politicians or them that were able to make money, so they want to make him feel inferior. But he refused. So what I'm saying is this, that be contented with what you have. So if people are riding their jeep or whatever, I don't care. I don't want to know the name of the car or whatever they're riding. My own is, can this vehicle take me to where I'm going to?
Exactly.
So if it take you maybe a few hours to get there, but one thing I know that I'll get there, and maybe it will take me time, but surely I will get there. So when you are putting on your Gucci, your designers or whatever, God made things so easy for everybody. You have your Benda Select boutique.
Where you can always go.
So that's know how to get your own.
Okay.
That's what matters most. When people are doing the other way, you find at the end of the day, all of you just be neat. Just dress neatly and come
And that's the most important.
It's
Discipline
not
neatly.
written. It's not written how much your clothes is or what is. No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay. All right.
So, as I was saying, it matters most. Just like phones, people say iPhone, this and that. I don't care. What I used to ask people: that phone, can I receive my call? Can you receive message? That's the most important
thing.
Other things you do, then you can even browse with it. So you buy your own 100 million, I buy my own 2 million. I feel good.
It doesn't matter.
Be contented with yourself.
Doesn't
That's why
matter.
women attend. That's why they go astray just to meet up. And who cares? Who's looking at you? I don't want to even know how much you spend or whatever you do. It's none of my business.
And
Mind your business.
sometimes friends too. Mistakes women make in marriage.
Yes, that is
Having friends,
influence.
yes,
Having friends.
that will push you
Mm,
into something that you're not supposed
Must
to
you
go
allow
into.
friends to influence you? Can't you influence them? Don't allow them to influence you negatively. You know how you are living with your husband. Mind your business. Yes, me and you, we are friends. But that doesn't mean that whatever you do, I must do that.
Yes.
I'll just take the good ones, save the other bad ones, and leave it for you. So know the kind of friends you have and what you do with them.
Okay.
Because if you are not contented, that's when there's this Iwo adage that says, I remember the person that would have married me 100 years ago. It's not possible. Because maybe you feel that you are passing through hardship or whatever. Who told you that if you had married that man, that things will go well for you?
Okay.
Who told you that even if you had married that man, that you even live till today to see the end of the day?
Okay. We have a message on WhatsApp. It goes like this. Thank you so much to the guests. Please, you need to re-emphasize that point. Okay, the point that starving your partner of your affection is the height of home violence. I am Friday from Warimpa. This
Yes.
one is of great importance to Friday from Warimpa.
Yes, there are many ways to settle your scores and fight and all those things. But that is not the major ways. Like we women, we feel that if you starve the man, all those things that will make him to change. It doesn't work that way sometimes. Remember, there are other people out there waiting for him to come. Just like that caller said. Some will even pay the man to do it.
Yes.
Some will even
We have such women.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and some will even take from the man. That's your husband. So at the end of the day, instead of you to bring him back, you're pushing him away. If it's the man that spends a lot outside, at the end of the day, you're going to starve with your children, you're going to miss one thing or the other. And then when you want him back, it will be too late. By then, one side chick is
So now
around.
take over. So women use it to blackmail their husbands.
Yes. So what I mean by National Headquarters of Domestic Violence, there's one social media where I saw it. It's the National Headquarters of Domestic Violence, because you are starving the man of his conjugal rights. You are denying him of his right. Because we cry that men beat women is domestic violence. This is domestic violence to the man. It's not going back to women. So that's what I mean by that.
Okay. Well, let's take a short break, and when we return, we continue with this very exciting talk with Mrs. Chinonso Okafor. Don't touch that dial. You're still on Radio Maria 91.3 FM. Still Life Essential Talk, discussing mistakes women make in marriage. The number to call is 081 084 475 18. 081 084 475 18. You can send SMS, you can send your messages via WhatsApp. Okay, Mrs. Okafor, let's hear more of those mistakes wives make.
Being too bossy, trying to be the organ in the house. Remember, women are to complement, not to compete with the man.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Yes. So as I was saying before, trying to be bossy to your spouse. Because of hardship in Nigeria now, you know that some women tend to earn more than their husband. So
Yes.
some women, you feel like rubbing it on the man that you are the breadwinner or that you make it more than the man. It's not worth it. Because I used to tell people, assuming if it's the man that is making the money and you are not doing anything, how would you feel? Or you try to control the man, trying to give him command like the mother. You know, mothers, we are bossy. But as a wife, you're not supposed to be as bossy as the
You
mother
shouldn't be to the husband
at all.
Yes.
Trying to command him, trying to tell him what to
What
do.
to do?
We are not supposed to do
It
so.
hurts their
It
ego
hurts
a lot.
their ego.
Yes.
Or because you feel that you're earning money now, just like the song that when they say you try to buga, try to feel big, try to show that I am more than you. it doesn't work that way. It affects their ego. So
does.
they'll allow you, use your word, do whatever you want to do. They don't, feel like associating with you or feeling free with you. Another mistakes that we make, even the men are guilty of it, is not telling your husband or your wife the password to your phone.
Okay.
We tend to password our SIM card, we password our messages, we password our account, we password ordinary WhatsApp message. What are you trying to hide?
What are you hiding? Really?
Even some women, they even password their body joy. Everything passworded, and we tend to forget one thing. Sometimes we forget those things. Or, God forbid, if somebody drops dead today, how would they have access to those things?
the phone.
It has happened to a lot of men and men. We are all guilty of that. That's why you see that they said our eyes or whatever, that even anything, let there be one name or number, so that in case of eventuality or whatever,
Yes.
they'll be able to call somebody. So when you password all these things, how would they have access
Why
to it?
password in the first place?
It's
Are
too
you
much.
hiding?
What are you hiding?
What are you hiding?
There's this story that one of my friends told me before in my office. She said that a friend of hers, always hid her things, money. Even if the husband asked if that, she said no, she didn't have any money. This and that. She hide her money inside under the mattress, their phone.
Does the woman hide?
The woman hides the money there. So one day, and this man has been patching, managing his life and all this. And then one day, God opened doors suddenly for the man. Before the woman comes back from work, the man was like trying to surprise the wife. He went and changed everything and threw away, gave all those things out to the less privileged. So when the wife came back, you know what she cried for? The money. And the money was worth almost 200,000. Why hiding all those things? At the end of the day, she couldn't get it back. Because even the husband didn't remember the person. He just wrote it out,
Yeah.
and people took it. So all this password, hiding of things, even your will, I don't believe in such. It doesn't help. Tell them what you have. Let them see it. That even my password does not mean that you take my things.
Yes.
So what are you hiding for? Feel free with your husband.
With your husband.
The same thing with the husband. Feel free with your wife. You try to password everything. But sometimes you hide things from your wife or from your husband, but you tell other people out there that are your friends. Is it worth it? It's not worth it at all. So that's one of them. Other things that we tend to do is that we women, we don't allow the man his space. Yes, you are married, but allow him to sometimes have time.
Think.
Even you too.
Yes.
Allow him to have his time. Allow him to think. Allow him to flex. Just like people say, once in a while.
Yes.
So that he'll feel good with his friends.
With his
and
friends,
others.
yes.
We say not every time you just be following the man here and there. As if his dog, they say it's follow dog or whatever. That's the way they used to put it. Allow him to have his time. And then, we women, some of us, we don't know our value. Because we are married, we tend to do everything for the man. You are always trying to make the man happy, but you don't make yourself happy. Try and know your worth. Whether you be a working class woman or a stay-at-home woman, a housewife. Try and know your worth. Don't allow anybody to push you to the dust because you feel that you don't earn a lot. And then try to upgrade yourself. Because you're married, you see your husband upgrading himself, reading more, you just be there looking at him. Let me just make one confession.
Okay.
After my first degree,
Okay.
I didn't plan to read further or to go to school again because of the stress of those things. But do you know one thing? My husband just finished his master's. I was like, if I don't do something tomorrow now, they'll feel like this man just pitied me according to my reverend father in our church. And so he said, that this man pitied you and married you. I said, no, I have to upgrade myself. That was how I went and obtained the form. It was not easy for me. I even had to leave my last child 1 year then. I went to University of Nigeria-Abuja
Wow.
I took permission from my office, which they granted. 1 year leave.
Wow.
I have to stay in school. I have to struggle. What other people are doing have to do for me to meet up. And yeah. So after that, I was hey, God, if you just help me and I managed to graduate from this one, I don't think I'll go back again. But do you know what happened? Before I could finish, my husband started his PhD. I said, no, me, I have to upgrade myself. So that when they call him doctor, let them call me doctor too. Me, I don't want. So
that's a healthy one, healthy
you
competition.
have to upgrade yourself. Don't relegate yourself to the floor, to the ground. Tell him that you're worth it. Know
Because
your
you're
worth.
wife. Yes.
Because you're the wife. So you tend not to have your life again. You're always living for your husband and your children.
True.
Please, sometimes pamper yourself.
Okay.
Take good care of yourself. Since I learned that song, I cannot come and kill myself. It really changed me a lot. Before you change your
We need to play that. We hear all those songs. We need that.
allow you to flex. You can't come and kill yourself so that you know that you're a human being too. Yes, but everything is in moderation.
Okay.
It matters.
Wow, you have told us a whole lot about what the mistakes women make in marriage. Well, at this point, we are wrapping it up. I would like you to advise wives, advise women. Let's have your parting words.
Okay, what I have to say is that marriage requires dedication to ride it together. It requires time, maturity, effort, forgiveness, tolerance, understanding, peace, hope, hard work, and above all, love. So what is love? Love is patient and kind. It is not jealous. It is not conceited or proud. Love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not count a record of wrongs. Love is not happy with evil, but is happy with the truth and never gives up. So know that love is like the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So whatever you do this world, love your spouse, and that you have a work to remember. Thank you.
Claire, I want you to end this. I want you to thank our very special guest at this time.
Okay, so I believe if I say doctor,
Not yet.
Mrs. Chinonso,
Doctor in the making.
Okafor,
Yes, I was about to.
I wouldn't be far wrong.
I was about to do my defense before they went on strike.
Oh, that's wonderful. She's almost there.
You are there.
My final
You are
defense.
there.
Yes.
You are there. So we're going with these parting words. Love conquers all. That is what
Yes.
Dr. Okafor told us. Love conquers all. So thank you very much, Dr. Okafor. We appreciate the time that we have spent with you. It's been indeed eye-opening. And a lot of us women, I'm sure, have learned a lot from this session. So somebody even called in to say as much. We didn't have too many callers calling in because I'm sure you were touching many of us deep in our hearts.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Dear listeners, thank you very much for keeping the date today with us. We will be coming again on Monday, by God's grace, for another interesting session. Please keep the date with us on that day as well. Thank you very much.